Okay. Today we're going to do a basic Texas-style brisket. It's real simple. It's basically salt and pepper. What I typically use is peppercorn, and just go to your local market, get the whole peppercorns. I think it gives a better flavor once you ground it. So after you ground it, it's going to look like this. You still want it pretty coarse, so don't get it super fine. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to use kosher salt. The reason for that is you'll see the flakes on that are a little bit bigger than regular table salt. So I think it adheres to the meat better, and I think it gives a better flavor. Also going to use just a little bit of this fajita seasoning. I just like the way it tastes. It does have paprika in it, which is actually a meat tenderizer. I'm going to put a little of that on it as well. So basically, once you get the meat unwrapped, I did trim a little bit of the fat off of it. I like meat a little bit leaner. As you may or may not know, there's actually two parts to a brisket. There's the flat, which is really super lean, and then there's the part that goes on top is more of the, we call it a moist cut. It's got a little bit more fat in it. To me, it has a lot more flavor on it. So how we're going to start is once again, I got this all unwrapped. I usually like to start with the pepper. And you can see it, big chunks on it. Once again, most people make the mistake of not putting enough seasoning on their meat. I think that's a mistake. See quite a bit of salt on here. And then I'm going to do just a little bit of this. I didn't pre-mix this together because I like to put it on so I can control how much seasoning goes on it. Get this on the meat. Put this guy over. Look at all that pepper on there. That's going to put a nice bark on it once it smokes. Put that all over it. Now you can do any other type of seasonings. You can actually do a fajita seasoning. You can do a pork seasoning. I just like the way that the salt and pepper tastes on the meat. Real basic, real easy. Put a little of this on there. Kind of made a mess there, but that's okay. Don't forget to get the sides on it. Some of that seasoning down in here. And once again, we're going to get a heavy smoke on it. We're going to do real lower temperature, probably about 250 on the smoker. We're going to let it smoke for at least 6 hours, if not longer, before we wrap it. I'll probably smoke it about 6 hours to get a good bark on it. Then I'll wrap it up and finish cooking it. And that's it. Real simple. Salt, pepper, and a little bit of I like this fajita seasoning. I put a little of that on there just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. Now we're going to go start the smoker. We're going to put it on there here in a couple of minutes once I get that thing going. So we'll continue with that. Okay, so we've got the smoker going. If you want to we'll look inside the firebox real quick. As you can see, I only use wood. I don't use charcoal. Now this time I used Cheetos, which actually burn better than the Fritos. So just a note. As you can see, it's kind of catching on fire, so I've got to snuff it out just a little bit. Heavy smoke. As you can see, the temperature gauge, I don't know if you can see it here, it's sitting at 250. I run it between 225 and 250. Let's lift up and take a look at it. It's been on for probably about 30 minutes, but you can see heavy smoke, and we're gonna let this be on here another 7.5 or so hours. I'll do a second video with it, me taking it off before wrapping in foil. Until then, have a good day.